Hi. So quick thing for our fans who are watching this. I'm recording this for my class because at the time I'm recording this, tomorrow is my birthday. So I'm going to be sharing this video in front of my class for just letting our fans know who may be watching this at home. So yeah, of course, I'm going to be talking about, more or less presenting, I guess, about my Mexican black king snake, my adopted daughter, Jormungandr. Quick thing, before I start, she is my daughter and you will treat her as such. Anyway, so what I'm going to go over, not sure if it's going to be not sure if it's going to be in this order, it probably will. A little bit of mythology, feeding, handling, bathing, shedding, and at the end I'm going to do an enclosure tour. Just so you guys can see my setup, I'm also going to be showing all of my snake on camera at the end. Hopefully it doesn't become too long. So first off, mythology. Jormungandr is the world serpent. One of Loki's children, which is pretty awesome that I share custody. That's with Loki, that's pretty awesome. So in Ragnarok, her and, well, him is, I guess, in mythology, he and Thor, they killed each other. All I know is that Thor died of a venom wound. Not sure how he died. Just a minute, in my D&D notebook, I write down my ideas. I have put in a quote. I've written something, a bit of a backstory. I think, let me just find that real quick. No. Yes, there it is. When Thor killed Jormungandr in Ragnarok, the world serpent then took the form of a female Mexican black king snake and made a lair near a sprout of Yggdrasil, and has slowly been regaining worshippers and strength ever since. And I wrote that down myself. So yeah, I guess that's it for mythology, sort of a backstory, I guess. Next up is feeding. Feeding, we feed her medium-sized mice, sometimes small mice from PetSmart, and also sometimes quail eggs. Like, they're like this size, kind of thick. Kind of thick. Yeah, that's what we feed her. She, normally in the wild, she'll eat anything and everything, any vertebrate prey that there is. So like eggs, mice, other snakes. She's tried to eat me before. The very first time we handled her, and second time too. She got me right here. There is still a little bit of a scar left, except it's very hard to see. Probably very difficult to see on camera. Not sure if you guys could see it. Then second time we were handling her, I wore gloves that time. I totally should have wore gloves the first time. No, I'm going to get into that stuff later. But if my math is correct, she's bitten me 9 times, I think. It's not that painful, except if she does bite you, if you try to like pull her off, it feels like your skin's going to tear off. I'm not making this up. I'm not exaggerating. It feels like your skin will tear off. She holds on that tight. And also she's onto you for long enough, that part will start to lose feeling. It's not that painful. She just has tiny teeth. They're actually barely visible. It's very, very hard to spot. Also, a quick thing, how snakes eat. You know how our jaw, the human's jaw, is just one bone attached to our skull? They have these little bones attached to their jaws. Like right here, just tiny, and then you know how our jaw is fused in the center? They don't have that. Their jaws can stretch incredibly wide. Also, unlike crocodiles and sharks, they can't tear off pieces of stuff. They need to swallow it whole. So like, there's no way possible that she could tear off my finger. That's not possible. Snakes, they can't do that. Next, into handling. She's decent to handle. Kind of fun, unless when she's shedding, that's kind of boring. When she's in shed, in blue as it's called. Yeah, that's kind of boring. Because she doesn't really move around as much when she's in blue. Normally though, she, you know, one of her, you know, one time she gave me a back rub, went into my shirt and rubbed my back. That was nice. I had a bath afterward, because reptiles carry salmonella, and I don't like salmonella. It's probably, I don't like salmonella. It sucks. So handling her isn't that difficult though. Sometimes when she's out patrolling, as I call it, in her enclosure, I will grab her with a blanket. I'll put like my hand under a blanket, and then I'll grab her with that. That way, because like she doesn't know that's me when she's out patrolling. She hasn't learned that yet. She's very easy to just grab when she's inside of her hide, which I will show later. I'll just pick her hide up and then pick her up. It's that easy. Sometimes I put her in my hat. I guess that's it for handling. She's fun. However, a quick thing before I finish this segment. When she is coming near my hand, I usually clench it into a fist, because I'm kind of nervous that she'll bite me. I don't know why. Well, I guess it's kind of annoying when she bites you. You need to get her off. It's annoying. Well, for me, I have a high pain tolerance, so I don't find it that painful. You might. So bathing. I bathe her usually every week. Well, no, every 2 weeks. Usually 2 days after being fed. Also, I forgot to mention, I do not handle her the day after being fed, so she can digest. Because if you're snake, you handle them too much after the day after being fed, or they could get stressed and then throw that up, which is not good, because they're snake, their food goes in one way and out the other. That's how it's supposed to go. If they're throwing something up, that's not good. Okay, so she doesn't really yawn. I don't think I've ever heard her hiss. She's never really shook her tail, because snakes sometimes do that, especially colubrids. Rattlesnakes shake their tails, for sure. And that's kind of showing that they're a little threatened, so I try to leave them alone when they're doing that. My corn snake does that more often, because he's tiny, and when you're a noodle with a head, the world's a scary place. When you're a baby noodle with a head, the world's a really scary place. And I'm not the one. Sorry, yeah, I stole that from Clint's Reptiles. You should check him out. Sorry, bathing. Yeah. Once every 2 weeks, 2 days after feeding, which is usually every Tuesday, I try to feed her every Sunday. I put her in my bathtub, essentially, and with some lukewarm water. It's maybe this deep, at the deepest part. I don't know, it's not that deep, with a rock in there that she could hold on to. She keeps trying to escape, I guess, but that's normal, I think. That place is kind of exposed. So, and then I pull up a chair right by the bathtub and just watch her, and make sure the water is kind of warm. That's bathing. Shedding. She actually just shed like last week. Oh yeah, right. So, first off, I'm gonna go over what in blue is. When they're in blue, that means they're about to shed. Their eyes are kind of fogged over. They can see. Yeah, they can still see decently though. It's not that your snake is going blind. Well, it might be, but it's very common. That's like happens every time your snake is in blue. Also, I've had so much experience with shedding snakes. It's very easy to tell whether a snake is in blue or not. For me, I find it very easy to tell. Anyway, okay, so I like collecting her shed skin in a Ziploc bag. And you know what I call that bag? Keep in mind, it's kind of morbid and dark. I really like saying what her bag of shed skin is called. It's also Thorax, my corn snake. There's also his shed skin in there. I call it my her skin bag. So there's a bunch of her shed skin. There's Thorax. Yeah, some of Thorax, mostly hers. She's shed, but yeah, that's her third shed, I think, with us. We've had her for 5 months and 5 days exactly, because we got her on November 11th. Yeah, November 11th. So, yeah, when she is in blue, yeah, I feed her normally. Handle her. Well, maybe handle her a little less. She basks. Oh, I forgot to mention, she basks quite a bit. Last time we saw her, she was basking. Because we have a heat lamp right above her hide. I'll show that in a minute or two. I usually bathe her more often and or for longer. When she's in shed, because that helps, because they're growing another skin layer beneath their old skin, and they need it moist and humid. I also try to keep the humidity up when she's in shed. Also, after your snake has shed, it's a good idea to make sure they have access to water all the time. Anyway, that's it for that part. I am now going to cut to a tour. Bye. See you in a minute. Yeah, I'm touring all my enclosures, I guess. I'm gonna start with the most boring one and end with hers the last. This is it's a 20-gallon-ish, I guess. I just have that leaf in there. I plan to put a leopard gecko in there, hopefully. Probably like this summer. Maybe Christmas next year. Hopefully, I'm hoping to get a leopard gecko in there. It's messy down here. I don't want you guys to see that. I'm just gonna. Also, I'm in my basement. Oh shit. All right, here is my Kenyan sandboa enclosure. I do not actually have a Kenyan sandboa yet. I hope to get one next month, hopefully. It's my birthday tomorrow, so hopefully I get enough money to get one. Yeah, it's nice. I have a basking spot there, a little hide back there, a water dish, just that for decoration. A stick in behind and deep substrate. There's a reason they're called a sand boa. However, sand's actually not that great for substrate, because if it gets wet, then it'll get in their mouth. And that's not good. Anyway, enough about that. Here's Thorax enclosure, my corn snake. He has escaped multiple times, and those times are sad. I have a pothos planted back there. I think maybe I should make the substrate a little deeper. There are some isopods in there. I have a hide there that he never uses. His water dish, some sticks to climb on, some plants back there. There's this volcano that I painted personally. There's dead, and I think, yeah, he's right in there. Let me just get a flashlight. See him? There he is. I'm not going to take him out. I'm not going to take him out later. We fed him yesterday. Anyway, time for her enclosure, and she is basking. I'm just going to show off the entire area right by. So that is a big tapestry of a tree. I guess Yggdrasil, the world tree, as well. Is this bench, because I like to look at her. Is that for a footrest, I guess. Keep your feet warm. It's cold down here. Plug-in right there. There's Jormungandr from God of War Ragnarok. There is stuff here that I don't really need. Scissors for the mice. This we feed her with. I like to keep a flashlight in there. This is for pouring water to keep the substrate kind of moist. Hand sanitizer in case she bites, because snakes do not like the taste of hand sanitizer. And a PetSmart care guide. And also she has, I guess, 2 lights. This one which one works. I think it's this one over here that works. Yeah, so I turn those on and off. Also, her guardians, Speartail and Mjolnir head. There's a stick that I haven't used. So, just a quick thing, do I see any ice pods down here? I don't think I do. She does have ice pods in there. They eat, I bury her, her poop under the substrate, and then the ice pods will eat it. There's also some springtails in here. Anyway, there she is in all her beauty. I'm gonna open this up. Please don't come after me. I really hope I don't get bit on camera. That would make me look bad. So here's the skull, I guess. Why is that? I like there being a tunnel, so she's been under there before. She sometimes goes under there. Hi, miss. That's my cat. There's these, okay, so over here is kind of like the wasteland. It's the X battlefield. This is, in the lore, it's Thor's skull with his ribs. There's Yggdrasil back there, a pothos plant. There is a leaf there. There's a nice background. That's her hide that she likes to be in. She really likes it. And clearly she's basking under the heat lamp. She likes to do that. So right now she's warming her body to help her digest because we fed her yesterday. Yeah, there's those plants. There's her water dish, which she sometimes bathes in. It's nice seeing her swim. And I made a few tunnels. Not sure if you guys can see it. And in there is her hide. Hey girl, you're beautiful. She's just the cutest thing. Look at that. I'm gonna pet you. Please don't bite. Yeah, there. She doesn't feel threatened. She just, I guess she doesn't really care. Anyway, I guess that's it. And yeah, there's background there. And also this top here, I've not opened this top in a very long time, ever since I discovered these sliding doors, which are awesome. I'm gonna close that. Can I close that in one hand? Yeah, I can. Anyway, bye. Please like and subscribe. Hopefully you learned something. Hopefully this is interesting. Bye.